Hello students, myself Saraswati, teaching zoology in Jamshedpur Cooperative College. About I'll continue the factors about the factors controlling hormone action. In last class I told you how a hormone acts, its mechanism. In simple words I told you. It is much more complicated. You'll study about that in molecular biology and cell signaling, how that signaling occurs in detail. So today the factors controlling hormonal action. Central nervous system. Central nervous system has a great role in controlling hormonal action. Hypothalamus. Earlier you know that pituitary gland is known as master gland. It was known earlier, but now it is discarded. Not pituitary but hypothalamus is the master gland. It is known as master gland as because pituitary is also under the control of hypothalamus. Though pituitary secretes maximum of the stimulating hormones, but pituitary itself is under the control of hypothalamus. I'll deal about hypothalamus later on. Hypothalamus is a part of forebrain. You can see here it's a diagrammatic view as a part of the forebrain. The neurons, secretory cells of the hypothalamus secrete some neurohormones here called as releasing factors into the blood. These neurohormones or releasing factors are carried to the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland, hypophysis. You know pituitary consists, we have studied earlier by other teacher about pituitary gland. The anterior lobe of the pituitary gland by blood that is hypophyseal portal vein and stimulate pituitary to release various hormones. That is why neurohormones here are also called as releasing factors, as because pituitary gets stimulated by them to secrete the specified hormones. So pituitary gland which secrete several hormones to stimulate other endocrine glands for secretion, it itself is under hypothalamic control. That is why pituitary gland, which was called master gland, is declared incorrect. It is not master gland. It itself is under hypothalamus. Now feedback control. Who controls feedback? What is it? It is of great importance in hormone action. Homeostasis means keeping the internal environment of the body constant. Hormones help in maintaining homeostasis. When the secretion of hormone is under the control of factors or other hormones, it is called feedback control, like autocut. Feedback control is of two types: positive feedback control and negative feedback control. You can see this diagram. Here the target tissue is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus releases releasing hormone. Here I have explained it by taking thyroid gland, thyroid stimulating hormone and thyroxine secretion. Okay, so hypothalamus stimulates, hypothalamus releases thyrotropin releasing factor which stimulates anterior lobe of pituitary gland. Then pituitary gland secretes thyroid stimulating hormone which stimulates thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine. It acts on target tissues. But if the level of thyroxine increases, I told you now, if this level is not controlled, that is either it is over secretion or below secretion, it causes disease. So if it is in high level, it causes negative feedback. That is, it sends information to hypothalamus and it stops, hypothalamus stops anterior lobe secreting and TRH, that is thyrotropin releasing hormone, to anterior lobe of pituitary. Pituitary is then, pituitary is not able then to secrete thyroid stimulating hormone. So it has inhibitory effect. It stops. So it is called negative feedback. Likewise, if the level of thyroxine is low, that means more thyroxine is needed by our body, then it sends message to hypothalamus. Hypothalamus causes to secrete much more releasing hormone, which causes anterior lobe of pituitary to secrete more thyroid stimulating hormone. Then it stimulates in its turn thyroid gland, and thyroid gland will secrete much more thyroxine. So it is positive. It will increase and it will inhibit. It will reduce. That is why this side it is positive. I have put plus point, and that is negative. So feedback control is of two types, positive feedback control and negative feedback control. Positive feedback control, if the level of thyroxine, we have taken the example of thyroxine, if the level of thyroxine is less than normal level in the blood, thyroxine level stimulates the hypothalamus to secrete more TRH. What is TRH? Full form, capital T, capital R, capital H. Full form is thyrotropin releasing hormone, which stimulates pituitary to secrete more TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. TSH in turn stimulates thyroid to secrete more thyroxine. Such regulatory effect is called positive feedback control, as because more releasing factor is secreted. Second is negative feedback. I have already explained that the thyrotropin releasing hormone TRH secreted from hypothalamus stimulates the anterior lobe of pituitary to secrete thyroid stimulating hormone. TSH in turn stimulates thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine. A high amount of thyroxine, remember, a high amount of thyroxine in the blood exerts an inhibitory effect on hypothalamus, and secretion of TRH, that is thyrotropin releasing hormone, as well as TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, are checked. It causes a decrease in thyroxine level. So in normal human being, normal animals, in this way it is maintained. Such regulatory effect is called negative feedback control. Okay, so that's all about the factors. In next class I'll tell you something else about hypothalamus or pancreas. See you.